Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome to Murder in the Dark. This is another little indie horror game that I found on
Today
itch.io.
we're going to learn how to play Murder in the Dark.
That sounds
First,
fun.
grab a deck of cards and remove all the kings, jacks, and aces from the deck.
This is not what I expected,
Then
but okay.
separating out one of each card. Next,
Okay.
grab additional cards from the deck until the total number of cards matches the number of players. Shuffle and give one card to each player.
Right.
The person who gets the jack is the detective. The person who gets the king is the police officer. The person who gets the ace is the murderer.
Oh, okay.
If you
That'll be a
don't have
distortion.
one of these cards, you're a civilian trying not to get murdered. Once everyone knows their role, turn off the lights and start walking around. If the murderer taps you, you are forced to sit down. Once someone finds you, they must shout "Murder in the Dark." Then you turn on the lights. Gather all the players that are still alive, so the detective can interview everybody and figure out who the murderer is. If the detective guesses the right person, they win. But if the detective guesses wrong, the murderer.
You'll regret it. Remember, it could be anyone. The murderer. Okay, that's an interesting start. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I was expecting. You see her out there. What? Maybe I should do like a computerized voice. You thought she went into her room. She stares at you and starts heading to the tunnels. You gotta get her before Dad gets home. Murderer. Oh.
Jessica?
Oh.
What are you doing down here? Please come back.
Okay, not gonna lie. Part of what kind of pulled me towards this game is just sort of the look of it, because it did look quite well made, and I'm impressed so far. That was an unexpected start. Now, I do notice the resolution is, I don't know, well, the aspect ratio. There are big black bars down the side, so I'm just going to jump cut and see if there are any settings to this. Okay, the answer to that is no. I tried pressing escape to see if maybe something would be there. Okay, I'm just testing my controls as well. It's obviously WASD to move. Doesn't appear to be a sprint, a crouch, or a jump, so it might not be the sort of game where monsters jump out at you, I'm not sure. Or rather, monsters chase you or whatever. We'll see. Well, this is a spooky place. Why are we playing Murder in the Dark down here?
Hello?
Hello? I see we actually have voice acting as well, which is pretty good, because it feels like very few of these short indie games that I pick up off itch.io. Obviously, you know, because they're usually made by...
My sibling play Murder in the Dark with us.
That was very quiet. Sorry, I talked over that. As I was saying, you know, usually with these kind of indie games, they're made either by singular people, by just lone individuals, or they're made by very, very small teams of devs. So as a result, typically you don't get really any like proper dialogue in them, or at least the dialogue is just limited to silent subtitles to indicate when a character is meant to be talking. But let's see. Let's see what the deal is over here. In this area. Does that just loop around? I think it does, by the looks of it. There's like a big cross on the floor. Is there something to avoid? What if I stand on the cross? X marks the spot. Okay, yeah, it looks like it basically just loops around. Right, I definitely feel like I can't sprint or anything, so I'm assuming this is not that kind of game where you get chased. Though this definitely feels like the kind of environment where you potentially would get chased, with all these weird corridors and gratings and what have you. Where the hell are we? I don't even know. It's definitely sort of got that sort of retro kind of video cam vibe to it, VHS tape sort of thing, like a found footage sort of thing going on. Even with a timer on it. Oh god. Oh joy, we're going into the darkness. Why the hell not? Don't jump scare me. Oh, okay. I think we're good. That just appeared there. Jump scare. Something weird gonna happen? Is there a murderer down here? Some sort of evil psychopath? Oh boy. Definitely got a spooky vibe to it.
Jessica?
She ain't down here, dude. Or maybe she's the murderer. Maybe Jessica is going to leap out and is going to be like, oh, surprise! As I draw out my meat cleaver and stab you 1,000 times. I say, no. I was about to say, actually, you can't really stab someone with a meat cleaver, because it's a meat cleaver. The shape of it wouldn't actually be conducive to stabbing, would it? You'd actually be slashing someone, hacking them with it. Alright, fine, we'll go towards the spooky noises. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Why does she do this to me?
When you say, why does she do this to me, are you saying that this is not the first time that she's led you down into some weird fucking location to play Murder in the Dark? Is that what you're saying, boy?
Jessica, I'm sorry that we made fun of you, okay? Please just come back.
Oh, okay. So we made fun of Jessica. We said that, you know, she was a friggin' weeb or something. And we were like, oh, how can you like, oh god. Never mind, it's just a flickering light, that's all. The light bulbs are on the fritz. It's fine. Nothing's wrong down here. What are you talking about, ladies and gents? I don't know what you're saying. Listen to all of you saying that, you know, things are so sketchy and weird down here. Clearly not. Oh, look at that. I just looked at the timer and it was on 4:20. Just at the moment I looked at it. 4:20 blaz. Blaze it, bitches. Sorry, what did you just say? Were you commenting on the fact that there's music now playing? Hello? I was about to make a joke about, you know, a silly joking backstory for our characters. I was about to say we made fun of Jessica for being a weeb or something. We told her that anime was for kids, that her waifu wasn't real, things like that, and she ran off down here in a huff. That's the backstory. I'm making it up right now. We were playing Murder in the Dark, and then we absolutely insulted our sister's anime tastes or something, I don't know. Make up your own backstory, ladies and gentlemen, if you want. God, if only I could move a little bit faster than this. But then again, I'm also kind of grateful for it, because the fact that I can't sprint means I don't have to worry about sprinting away from a monster and having to find the correct route to escape or something. Who's playing the radio down here? Someone's got a nice deck chair. It's just coming down that tunnel, sounds like it. Crates. It's just dark. I don't even have a torch to light up the dark spots. Hello? Oh god, you better not shut the door behind me. You gonna shut that door? Is it gonna slam shut? Sorry, I just adjusted my microphone then, if you heard that. I feel like that door is gonna slam shut behind me. You gonna... is that just the lighting? It's went very dark, but it's just the lighting, I guess. God, where is that music coming from? Somewhere close by, evidently. Through there? Oh, bollocks. Fine, we'll go towards the music. Oh. Where? I shouldn't have done that. Turn it on. Turn it back on. Oh boy. Well, at least it lit the corridor up over there. Is there something to my left? No, the door's still open. Okay. Maybe slamming the door shut behind you is just too cliche. And the devil's like, nah, I'm going to subvert your expectations, Red. That ain't going to happen down here. Hello, hello. Who's round? And who's square? And who's triangle? It's a terrible joke. I should be ashamed of myself. But you can't do shit about it, ladies and gentlemen.
Jessica?
Uh-oh. I hear that crying kid. Oh no, whenever you hear crying kids in games like this, it's never good. Look, Jessica. Calm down, alright? Get a big smile on your face. Turn that frown upside down. I'm sure it'll all be alright. I'm sure you're not locked in a friggin' chamber with a evil psychotic tunnel murderer or something. Don't be such a big baby. No, boo-hoo. You're not the only one trapped down here, okay? What's wrong with me? I'm like berating my clearly terrified sister, I'm assuming. Did my character mention that it was a sister? Am I hearing my own heartbeat? I think I am. In-game, that is. Not my literal own heartbeat. Oh joy! Oh boy! Don't jump scare me! Oh fuck this! Oh!
Jessica?
What? I'm sorry? I didn't even see anything. What? I found the murderer? Wait, what? Okay, yeah, that's something actually I forgot. I should have mentioned that at the start. This is based on something on YouTube, I think. The Mandela Catalogue. I'll be honest, maybe I should go and watch the Mandela Catalogue and actually work out what that is, because I think actually if you have seen that, you might be able to understand what's going on a bit better here, I think. Is it going to take me out to the main... Okay, literally I was about to say, is it going to put me back to a menu, which admittedly I should have anticipated it wouldn't because there wasn't a main menu in this game, or is it just going to force quit me out? And lo and behold, it force quit me out, just as I was about to say that. And God, that is a bit of a pet peeve of mine. And devs, if you're watching, I'm not singling you out here for criticism. This is more of a general thing about these indie horror games. I feel like there's so many of them where when you complete it, it just force quits you straight out of the game, and that is a bit of a bug of mine. It'd be better if they had like a, I don't know, like a quit screen or something like that, because sometimes it just, you know, whenever that happens, I always get worried that it's going to balls up my bloody recording footage and whatever else. But luckily, I don't think it has in this instance, which is fine. So that was Murder in the Dark, everyone. And like I said, I should have remembered and actually to mention at the start that this is based on the Mandela Catalogue, which for anyone who doesn't know, I believe is like a horror short on YouTube. You can go and watch it. I haven't watched it myself, but apparently, I don't know, it's supposed to be scary. So, you know, if you watch that, I imagine probably what happens in this game maybe makes a bit more sense. But having said that, you know, I can still offer some thoughts as someone who hasn't seen the Mandela Catalogue. I think the visuals in this are certainly quite impressive, and there's definitely a bit of atmosphere to it, and it definitely has some spooky moments in there. So, you know what? As short as it was, I still, you know, would say that overall I enjoyed it. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that too. We'll wrap up here, though, in the meantime. So, Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the links to my propagandist channel for anyone interested in that, that is. And if you enjoyed, a like's always appreciated. But other than that, yeah, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. We're going underwater, ladies and gents, aren't we? It wants me to go for a stroll. Okay, fine. We'll do it. Oh, is there like a path there? Oh god, there is. Oh. Oh, this is different. Sure. Oh god. Hi there, Mr. Big Moray Eel, or whatever you are. You just stay there, chill, okay? Just leave me alone. Oh boy. Oh, there's a fucking submarine. I didn't even realise what that was at first. Huh. I mean, it's not a very big submarine, it's more like a mini sub, that. Like one of those German Bibers from World War II.